Hey everyone, this is Preserved Moment, recovering from a game-induced mental breakdown in my last video. And anyway, recently-ish, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was released to varied reactions from fans. On one hand, Hollow Knight fans have finally broken out of the world's mental asylums en masse, but there's also concerns about Nintendo's game pricing and a million other discussions going on. Amidst all the announcements, I personally want to focus on one racing franchise that has meant so much to me. You saw the title, we're talking about Mario Kart. I want to preface this by saying that there are understandable complaints about the game's pricing, but since a lot of people are already talking about this, that will not be the focus. Instead, I want to focus on the positive. Anyway, with the Mario Kart World announcement, there's a mix of hype and doubt as to how this new installment will stack up against the games that came before. Thus, to understand what could make Mario Kart World great, we have to look at the previous Mario Kart games first. Mario Kart Wii was one of the first video games I ever played as a kid, and it's hard to believe it's over 15 years old. I still remember getting a Wii for Christmas and being ecstatic to try it out, so naturally, it's difficult for me to look at it objectively. Still, I think one of the many things that Mario Kart Wii did really well was progression and motivation, especially in the Grand Prix. In Mario Kart Wii, you start with most courses, vehicles, and characters locked. Most of these are unlocked by beating cups on Grand Prix, and though there are flaws to this approach I will discuss later, I think this really enhances the single-player experience. As a child, I remember racing to unlock gold on every cup, always wondering which new character or vehicle I would unlock next. It also challenged me to get better at the different problem courses, both by practicing and looking for shortcuts. After getting gold on all the cups on 150cc, I was excited to find out that there was a mirror mode with more gold to get. Don't get me wrong, the multiplayer side of Mario Kart Wii was just as enjoyable, but I still loved trying to master all the courses and feel like a racer moving up the ranks. The unlockables, along with the enjoyment of finding shortcuts, created a fun sense of discovery that encouraged progression. There is, however, a problem with this, that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe solved compared to Wii. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had some things locked behind Grand Prix, but most of the content was available by default, including all courses and all characters except for Golden Mario. For me, this was frustrating, as I felt much less invested in the Grand Prix and the game in general. However, I soon realized that for a lot of people who mostly played multiplayer, having to unlock a lot of things in Mario Kart Wii was just tedious and time-consuming. For those with no desire to play Grand Prix, it wasn't very fun to be forced to do this by the game. Still, this made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, at least for me, feel more static. I played it with friends occasionally, but I never really played Grand Prix or anything else. So, as you can probably tell from the background footage, I never got very good at it. Obviously, there's a bit of a trade-off here. Mario Kart Wii makes single-player more engaging and encourages discovery, at the cost of forcing people to play Grand Prix even if they aren't interested in it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe removes a lot of unlockables, but at the cost of making the Grand Prix less interesting. I understand why Nintendo chose the latter option, but what if it didn't have to be this way? Mario Kart Wii's method of invoking the feeling of discovery may not have been ideal for everyone, but the feeling itself, along with the skill improvement that it encouraged, was not a bad thing at all. The question is only how Mario Kart World can replicate that without annoying the players who don't want excessive unlockables. Mario Kart World isn't out yet, but the gameplay we have seen makes it look like this installment could offer us the best of both worlds. Most obviously, Mario Kart World offers an open world that allows the player to explore the courses inside and out, as well as a whole world outside of the tracks. Not only can players roam around the world looking for interesting locations, but it could also give players a way to master courses without pressure. Mario Kart World offers all of the mechanics of Mario Kart 8, but with the additions of grinding on rails and riding on walls. This means there's a whole new world of potential shortcuts and speed improvements on all the new stages. As stated during the Grand Prix gameplay at the Nintendo Treehouse.
Yeah, but you could see how those rails really change your path.
It really does, yeah.
And you could do something different every time.
For me in Mario Kart Wii, I really enjoyed looking for shortcuts or even just getting to practice a stage to reduce time and be better at Grand Prix. Obviously, this has been present in all recent Mario Kart games to an extent, but my hope is that the new stages and mechanics expand this to make it even more entertaining. As you can see, I think this is a way that single-player progression and racing could be fun, without making the game tedious or annoying to people who mainly enjoy online play. As for the broader open world and connected tracks, I understand why there is some skepticism about whether it really fits in a Mario Kart game. Still, I'm optimistic about how it could change the game. The idea of tracks being connected and having longer Grand Prix Cups is really interesting, and that, along with the higher race count, could make Grand Prix more challenging on harder cups and difficulties, while also giving more chances for you to come back from a defeat. When there are 24 racers and 8 races in a cup, that doubles the chaos and doubles the content. And as someone who really enjoyed playing longer, multi-cup games using custom rules in Mario Kart Wii, I think Mario Kart World might use this new mechanic really well. Now, I don't know what to think about the free roam itself outside of the context of practicing courses, but I think this could be used well too. Though open world games may be a little oversaturated, I generally enjoy exploring fictional worlds. And I think driving around with friends could be a pretty nice way to chill out between races, or try to repair relationships that have been destroyed by blue shells. Finally, though it's not the most important thing, Mario Kart World features the largest roster of characters we've had thus far. This, plus some of the new courses, will bring the classic Mario Kart charm and goofiness to the game, and there's no doubt that this is a much welcome addition. In the end, we'll just have to wait for the game to come out in June, but I think whatever happens, there will be a lot to like about this new installment of the Mario Kart series. Whether you like Grand Prix, online multiplayer, or playing with friends at home, I think there will be a lot of improvements and new things to try in Mario Kart World. And even if you aren't excited as I am, at least we can all agree that it's better than Mario Kart Tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Preserved Moment, and thanks for watching.